Gonna use a wood burner to just quickly cut this right down the middle. Two. Yo, how many leaves should it have? I feel like it needs an odd number of leaves. Let's start with 3, and we'll see how we feel about it. So there's our 3 leaves. We've got 9 of the yellow petals. Y'all, one little trick that I have learned whenever you're cutting your poly burlap with a this thing, wood burner, curl it where the curl is face down. That way it doesn't try to roll back up on your hand. And whenever you're cutting that straight line, worry more about staying between, let me zoom in a little bit. Worry about staying more between these two than going straight down. 10. Right? So if you look at this line, you can see it's not straight. It like wiggles around. But the most important part is to just stay between the lines. Y'all, it's like driving. You don't have to go straight, but you got to stay between your lines. Let that little coffee alert sensor pop on. You'll be fine. Y'all, whenever I'm cutting the mesh, I can't read your comments very well, just because I don't really want to lose a finger. I don't know how hot this is, but I know it's a lot hotter than I want to feel. So I am using yellow poly burlap. That we finally got back in stock, and I have no idea how many I cut. Does anyone know? Is anyone counting? Because I did not. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. Let's cut 3 more, and then we'll wing it. So last night we made a flower that we cut with regular cutters. On that fold, none of the edges were showing, so it didn't matter how we cut it. Tonight we're using a wood burner, because the wood burner, these are like the best way that I can describe this feel is like a waxy plastic. It's not straight up plastic, and it's not a paper, but it feels like wax, kinda. Right? So we cut them 10 inches, and it's a 10.5 inch mesh. We're gonna use this yellow for the sunflower. Where do you get the burlap? This one is from DecoExchange.com. It is RP8 129. All you need is one roll to make one flower, and you'll have a lot left over. So what you're going to need is a ring, Unique and Intrigue small board. You're going to need 24 zip ties. I'm going to use this flower center. We're actually going to prep this flower center now. All right, we're going to take it. I'm going to just take a scrap piece of ribbon and I'm going to cut it. All right, y'all, we're going to add some hot glue. Maybe, if we had any glue in our glue gun. We're going to put that ribbon right in there. Y'all, then we're going to take, well, where did they go? Y'all, I'm looking for the metal bucket of flower pins that's always right here. That is not right here. Y'all, what the heck? Who would have used U-pins? Oh, you know what? I know where they're at. I know where they're at. They took the U-pins whenever they had to fill those last orders for flowers. I bet you they took my U-pins instead of the bag that is next door. the heck? All right, y'all, hang on. Let me think for a second. Where would an extra be? All right, I don't know where the U-pins are, so we're gonna scratch that idea. Okay, so let me just tell y'all what I was going to do. Do you guys know what the U-pin is? This is a 5-inch center. It is FJ5174. Okay, so the U-pin, y'all, is basically a piece of metal, and it is shaped like this. Right? And there's 2 points on each end. It's about an inch long. So we were going to put this fabric down. Then I was going to put the U-pin in there with the pipe cleaner. Then I was going to take another piece of fabric and put it on top of that. That way we've got the U-pin that's in the foam and holding, but we also have this fabric glued down, and then we would have this fabric on top of it glued down for extra support. Why would you want extra support? Because the U-pin is kind of like a needle, right? And just this much of it is going to be into your styrofoam. And y'all, that's not a whole lot of security holding that center down, right? So that's not going to work. Staples are not going to be, yeah, it's a floral pin. Staples aren't going to be long enough, and this is like a soft foam. So what I'm going to do instead is I am just going to use my pick machine . I was trying to do it so people that don't have a pick machine could see how to do it, but sorry, y'all. Now, make sure you don't put that pick in there so far that it comes out the front. Use a paper clip. If I don't have a U-pin on my desk, I'm probably not going to have a paper glue. But you guys use whatever you have. Let me know if it works out. Try not to put your finger in the glue like I did. Could you put a mounting square? Probably. You could glue that mounting square right on top of this ribbon. But this should work just like this. Pick machines will run you about $200 to $250. All right, let's keep adding our zip ties. Now, I'm just going to be honest with y'all. I don't ever use the outside ring, And then I texted Mel before I went live and asked her, and she said she doesn't use it either, except for the leaves. It does make a little bit of a smaller flower, but I think it's just fine. If you used the outside, you would probably have to use more than one roll of ribbon, if I had to guess. One roll of mesh. What size zip ties? I use the ones from DecoExchange. I think they're 6 inches. You'll need 24 for this one. Katie, I don't remember how much the round boards are, but you can just go to DecoExchange.com and put in UITC, and all the boards will show up. All right, last zip. So y'all, I'll flip the board over so you guys can see where we added zip ties easier. All right, so we skipped the whole outer edge. Then we went all the way around the second layer, all the way around the third layer. On the fourth layer, we went to all 4 of the holes and then in between. All right, now on the outside, I am going to put 3 in there for leaves. So this is the top here. So I'm just going to pick 3 spots for leaves. All right, so one of these two, whichever one works out for you. Y'all, when I said 24 zip ties, I forgot about the 3 leaves, so it's actually 27. All right, so let's add our leaves first. I'm gonna leave the wood burner plugged in for right now, just in case we didn't cut enough petals. All right, so we're gonna take it, we're gonna fold it over like this. Trying to think how I wanna make the leaf. I don't wanna do the normal petal. Let's just do this thing. Let's do this for the leaf. All right, we're gonna go in about 1 finger width right in there. We are gonna find our wire cutters. What's up, Megan? So tip to tip, and then wrinkle right down the center here. Folding it backwards where the 2 curved edges are together. Now, you could have done all the same petals all the way around. I personally just kind of like to do a different petal on the leaves versus the actual flower. This is a small board, yep. All right, so we've got 3 leaves on there. Do I make bow tutorials? Yeah, we have a whole lot of bow tutorials. As a matter of fact, we were just live, was that Friday or Saturday, where we just made bows? I don't even remember. All right, now we're gonna do our regular flowers for the board, like the flower petals. So we've got our mesh, 10 inches. We're gonna fold it over this way. All right, on this one, I'm gonna go straight down here, and I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a pull. Then I'm going to pinch both sides, just like that. Y'all want to do the petals facing down or facing up? Which one? I think we should do facing up. Fireworks have not stopped. Nope. And it's been raining like off and on. Will we get poly burlap in black this week? I have no idea, Adrian. I know we just got a large shipment of poly burlap. I don't know what colors came in. Like, I took this yellow one off the palette. All right, so you see this gap right here? Whenever we add the next row, they're gonna fit right between and kind of cover up that gap. Yo, I just heard a firework outside. Speaking of fireworks. How's the dog? We don't know. The dog is in the custody of the city. Y'all, once you get going on this, it goes pretty quick. It's 10 degrees wherever you are. I would definitely book a flight out. Y'all, before I put this away, let me give you the SKU one more time for the yellow. It is RP810029. I believe if you go on the website and you just type in poly burlap, 2 words, you should get all the different colors that we have in stock. We've got pinks and purples, blue. I know I saw all of those just now. Lots of green. Did none of y'all read the post? It literally said where the dog was. The same post where you saw the dog had all the information about the dog. All right, 2 more on this row. Tammy's taking down Christmas. Tammy, didn't you just finish putting up Christmas? And I thought you said that you were leaving it up until like March or April. Like, what happened, friend? Brody is acting like a typical child. Whenever you're checking him out, his leg hurts, but if the neighbor's dog barks, he can get out of his bed and run out the back door and to the fence without limping. So, what the heck? All right, so we've got our 1 yellow petal all the way around the outside. All right, now we're gonna go into it's officially the 3rd row. So this is the outside row. All we use on the outside row is the 3 leaves, right? Our 3 leaves. On this row, we put 1 petal in each. Now we're going to the 3rd row, which will get 8 more petals. All right, so these were cut at 10 inches with the wood burner. And we use the wood burner on this one because all of the petal edges are gonna be showing and exposed, right? All right. All right, let's get these petals done, y'all. What I will tell you guys, if you're making these flowers, is don't sell yourself short. Poly burlap is one of the most expensive burlaps, or deco mesh really, to use. So don't underprice yourself whenever you're pricing these out. I think that 1 roll of yellow is like 11 bucks. can I list all the things to make this wreath? All you need to go is DecoExchange, put in UITC, get a small flower board, then pick 2 colors of poly burlap, one for your flower, one for your leaf. And honestly, if you are only making 1 flower and it's not for any other reason but to hang on your front door, I probably would not buy a whole nother roll for 3 pieces for the leaves. I would just buy 1 roll for the petals. So UITC, small flower board, 1 roll of poly burlap, and then the flower center. Will one roll of yellow do 1 or 2 small flowers? So Lisa, let's do some math. How many inches are on a roll of mesh? So it would be 10 times 3 times 12. Well, you can just do basic. So it's 30 feet. You need 24 petals at 2 inches, right? So that's going to be 240, 1800. Okay, now what is 24 times 10? Ten times 3 times 12. That's not 1800 for sure. 10 times 3 times 12 should be around 360, right? So you'll have 360 minus 240 divided by 10 is how much you have left over. So notice, even with the wood burning tool, we still have some that frays, y'all. So no matter what you do, it's still gonna fray, and it's gonna fray until you stop touching it. So you have 12 left. So what I would say is if you wanted to make multiple, I would buy 3 rolls of yellow poly burlap and 4 flower boards. You'll end up with a little bit left over, but that'll be about the right math. Right, so 3 rolls of poly burlap will make about 4 small sunflowers. All right, y'all, we need 8 more, and I only have 2 right here, so we got to cut 6 more. So we're going to use our piece of glass. We're going to get our poly burlap back out. See how it curls back up like this? We don't want to be fighting with that. Let's fold it over. All right, 31. We're going to measure out to 10 inches. Y'all said we needed 8. We have 2, so we need to cut 6 more. One, 2, 4, one more. So Parker's been tested for COVID on Wednesday. He tested again on Friday. Both tests were negative, but he quarantined himself because whatever he's got, I don't want. So he's been staying upstairs in the guest room. All right. Let's keep making our little petals. All right, now we're gonna go around here. Y'all, I'm gonna add it into the regular ones first. Then I'm gonna go back to the ones that we skipped. Kathleen, on Saturday, I think, after he got his second negative test, he came downstairs and he was like, I think I'm going to sleep in the bed tonight just because it's more comfortable. And I was thinking, if he's sleeping in there, I'm going to fall asleep on the couch. But he changed his mind and went back upstairs. It's a good choice. Good choice. What is skip, friends? What size board is this? This is the small. I'll be completely honest with y'all. The only time that I ever use the large board is whenever I'm out of small boards. All right, so skipping this one, going right here. Can you cut regular mesh with a wood burning tool? You can cut any mesh with a wood burning tool. I will tell you that I would be a little nervous to cut any type of fabric mesh just because heat and fabric tend to make flames. but I'm sure people do it. What's up, Sandy? All right. Y'all, now we're going to go back and add 1 to these 4. Connie, when do you cut the petals in half? I know some people do that. When is the appropriate time for that? Because I feel like you can do that on these 4. You ate a magnolia today. Those are my favorite. I put flower center in the search and I got it to show up. Paul Dow, this should inspire your makeup look. Do something summer and sunflowerish to battle that freezing cold in Michigan. This burlap is thick. Sandra, mine does not smoke, but I only use it to cut poly burlap. So I'm not sure what you're trying to cut. $19 degrees there. Oh no. I'm out. Tiffany, let's not encourage him to make that. We did see his tree decorating skills. Jolene, if you go to our blog at howtomakewreaths.com and type in magnolia, we have a couple of magnolia videos. All right, let's find our flower center. All right, now I'm gonna try to get these pipe cleaners into one of these holes around here. Heather, this is actually a cutting board that I used. All right, we're gonna pull this down tight into the center of our flower. And twist it off. Gonna give these a little tuck into the side there so they're hidden. Go through real quick, clean up any petals that we have. So this was the 5-inch center for the small board, and I think it comes out perfect. If you're not using the outside, if you're using the outside, you could probably use a bigger center. Perfect. Yeah, the center was, I said it earlier. I don't know what I did with it, y'all. I already tossed it out. But this was the 5-inch center. All right. Last thing that we're gonna do is go back and find the top right here. And I'm gonna take a pipe cleaner. Now let's unplug that so I don't forget it. All right. We're gonna take it. Might have if I chose the right two holes. All right, y'all, I'm gonna tie these into a knot right here. Connie, we just got a shipment in, so it'll probably be a couple of months before we have to reorder. All right. So I tied that knot right there. Y'all, now I'm gonna pull it back like this. And we have a little hanger. I personally don't think it's a good idea to use zip ties as a door hanger. That's just me. A lot of people do it, so you can, but let me just show you why. If you have your zip tie and you put it in there and you tighten it, and let's say this is the door hanger, and then you put pressure on it, like your zip tie tightens. And then it would just be stuck to their door. Or a child's finger. I don't know. Liability says you shouldn't. But do what works best for you. Connie, you can still honor the centers. We have a lot of those in stock. We had like at least 500 of the 5-inch in stock. All right. Y'all, I don't remember. It says we have 758 of those. 3. Does anyone remember how much the small flower board is? Found it. All right, so this was 3 something. This was 11. The flower board was 4 something. So about $19. Add another $1 for zip ties. So you're about 20 bucks to make the flower. So you could easily sell it for, I always do supplies times 3. So 60 bucks plus shipping. So on our website right now, it says $4.35. So can they hang outdoors? Absolutely. All right, y'all, that's it for tonight. And how long did that take us? A little bit of time. All right, you guys have a good night. And if you're in business coaching, don't forget, I'll see you guys at